biomechanics, biochemistry, neurology, neurochemistry. These things make up what goes on during the adjustment and why people respond so well to it most of the time. See, not all the time, most of the time, or some of the time. Good morning, everybody. I need to make a video kind of addressing a few things. Number one topic is going to be about the perception of chiropractic, not just off the YouTube videos and cracking videos, but actually what people ask me because of the information they're relayed from medical doctors, friends, people who have had bad experience in chiropractors. So that's number one. I just want to straighten out a few things. Two is going to be a very tiny snippet of why I say chiropractic saved my life. And I know that's like a very bold statement, but I want it to be understood why I say that and how it's applicable to just how important it is other than just feeling good and moving good. So two things, okay? I'm going to stay on topic. I'm going to try. Number one, somebody came to me and they said, hey, doc, I don't mean this as an insult, so please don't take it the wrong way, but somebody told me that your education is based on somebody that used to talk to ghosts or thought he was talking to God, and like chiropractic is based off this philosophy that you talk to God through the body or something of that nature. I said, first of all, I'm not insulted at all because I'm not talking to God through you right now, and I'm not doing anything or what's the word I'm looking for? Or I should say I condemn that type of thought from any kind of chiropractor out there that thinks that, vitalistically speaking, there is a godlike entity that is going and flowing through the body. There's definitely shit that we don't understand when it comes to healing, right? The power that made the body heals the body, in the words of Reggie Gold, sometimes, but not all the time. And I am definitely much more evidence-based and more scientifically driven, if you've heard any of my material, right? Biomechanics, biochemistry, neurology, neurochemistry. These things make up what goes on during the adjustment and why people respond so well to it most of the time. See, not all the time, most of the time, or some of the time. So I pretty much said, hey, look, yes, chiropractic was allegedly, or as we know it, founded in 1895 by D.D. Palmer. There's a lot of literature on this, and it exists. D.D. Palmer, he invented the Palmer School of Chiropractic, probably the first in the United States. Some of the first students in chiropractic were medical doctors. They probably knew there was something to it. Again, I'm not that well read on the history. I just know that D.D. was the founder. He was the dad. Some say he's kind of losing his mind as time went on. And B.J. Palmer, his son, who's been called many things, and snake oil salesman, I'm sure is one of them, was the developer of chiropractic. A lot of evidence-based guys then went on as medical doctors / chiropractors to open up their own schools. I believe in Chicago was the main one, who then kind of went this like evidence-based route. And, that's just it. There are factions still that exist within chiropractic that are like really nutty spiritual things. To each their own. However, right? Anything that matters before you said but doesn't matter. Or however, in this case, if you are out there selling bullshit vitamins, bullshit minerals, bullshit oils, rubbing oil on people and chanting, if that's your sector or your religious belief or your ideology and your people are on the same wavelength as you and they're totally down with that, cool, man, do that. Do you. But that is not chiropractic. Chiropractic is just, really intervention, manual therapy done by hand, manipulating the joint in terms of getting pressure off nerve and stimulating the brain a certain way to correct a dysfunction. Or you could say pain too, that's fine, pain or dysfunction. Chiropractors go to school not just for the 3.5 years in chiropractic school, which includes the clinical training that they get. And there's a lot of continued education that goes into that. But during that school period, you have to pass 5 versions of a national board. I'm not going to sit here and tell you as a non-MD, I am not a medical doctor, that it's harder than the U.S. Emily, if I'm even saying that right, the training and the board requirements that the medical doctors take, but there are certain boards, in particular, my opinion as a chiropractor now and a former chiropractic student, is the first and maybe the third national board were quite challenging, and you're not passing those tests in any objective measure if you're not, very clinically competent, at least minimally competent in the sciences and understanding basic pathology, physiology, anatomy, biochemistry, and I'm sure I'm leaving a word out in there, but that's what chiropractors go through, and we are scrutinized to the death. I mean, Google hates us. If you type in chiropractic it puts up pseudoscience, quackery, and all this other, harmful, derogatory words, these derogatory terms towards chiropractors. So there it is. Like, I hope I've ironed it out enough. I mean, chiropractors, we get it from all angles, but no, D.D. Palmer, the creator of chiropractic, whatever they say about him, whatever's written about him, yeah, he was a magnetic healer. He used to rub on bodies, probably do some chanting stuff, and talk about tone. Hey, if the guy was getting people better, what do I care? As long as, again, like any other chiropractor out there, not selling that goddamn snake oil and making shit up and taking people's money and selling them false hope. At my clinic, we believe in science above all. Science, 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 science. We help a lot of people, and there's some people we don't. That's how it goes. Okay, number 2. Condensed version of the Dr. Pearlman story is, when I say chiropractic saved my life, I am not fucking around here, okay? Dr. Doug D. Cubelis in Providence, Rhode Island, I owe that man everything. I am a balls to the wall, chronic, avid, exercising, daily machine. Like, if I don't do it, I don't feel good about myself. And when I was in CrossFit thinking I was going to be the next, future champion of the world, I, dove under this bar for a clean and jerk, just warm up weight. But here's the thing. It was at the end of already doing one WOD, that's workout of the day. So I was already at the end of that workout, and I blew out my back kind of doing a warm up clean at 135 pounds at that time. Which is funny because my coach was cueing me, get under that bar, get under that bar. And of course, the more I dove under and sort of like did that butt wink and flexed the lumbar spine a little bit, with already having vulnerable disc injuries from whatever, that's when the disc herniations just boom, straw that broke the camel's back, and I was out. And the reason I say chiropractic saved my life is I had to suspend my education at the time when I was in community college. I had to leave work at the time when I was bartending and doing construction. I had to drop both of those cold turkey and lay on my couch. And I went to every different medical intervention you could think of outside of getting the disc herniations surgically repaired, which I got to say, I had insurance. I had Blue Cross at the time. And I'm just glad that the surgeons were like, man, you're kind of young. I think you can come back from that. Thank God. Because, I mean, who knows what would have happened? I've seen some failed surgeries. I've seen some great surgeries. I've seen some surgeries that are a bit incomplete. I've seen some wacky things. And I did not go to surgery, and I went to physical therapy, acupuncture, massage. I did not get injections, but I was given pain pills. And I was laid up on my couch for just about 2 weeks, and none of the pain that was shooting down my left leg ever got any better. And the back pain was also pretty horrible. So, in summary, when I had called the chiropractor and said, Doug, I know you don't work on herniated discs, but, what are you talking about? Come on down here. Let's go. Let's get you taken care of. And from the minute I walked into his clinic and he said, do you want to get better? And I said, yes. He's like, come up, hop up on the table. And he did his palpation, his feeling around, and then gave me the most incredible, most, influential, meaningful adjustment that I've ever had in my life. I would, and walked out of there with virtually no pain or discomfort and almost nothing down my leg. The next day on the second adjustment, as I know now, was just slightly different than the first one. One's for the ilium and one's for the lumbar. 2 different adjustments that influence around the same joints, but not really. That's a whole other podcast. It's a whole other talk. That was all I needed to know, that chiropractic saved my life. Chiropractic gave me back my life, and chiropractic was the thing that I was going to do for the rest of my life. That's a true story. And to elaborate on that even more, when I was in chiropractic school and I kind of started to, I wasn't in chiropractic school, Jesus, it was after chiropractic school, in the first season, that alpha variant, if you will, of the vid, that's when I was like, what's going on with me? Like, where is this vertigo coming from? Man, the room is spinning. I felt like I had a sinus infection, but the vertigo, I just dropped to the floor in my bathroom. I'm screaming for my wife's name. Oh my God. And it was a chiropractic adjustment that fixed it. And I mean fixed it. And I do this in the clinic all the time. I think I've had maybe 2 people out of probably maybe 15 to 20 patients in the last 2 years, 2 people that didn't respond almost instantaneously through either 1 or 2 adjustments to the cervical spine for their vertigo symptoms to be gone, like gone. I don't know if they've come back. I haven't seen them, but like they were gone over the time that I managed it. And that's when you start to realize that chiropractic is doing more than just making you feel better. And obviously that's making you feel better, but I mean in your spine, in your joints, mechanically feel better. Look, I'm going to cut the video here so I don't just go down rabbit holes and continue to rant, but I want you to understand chiropractic is for more than back pain. It is for more than neck pain. People out there who throw chiropractors under the bus, y'all need to chill and just understand that no 2 chiropractors are created equal. Just like no 2 medical doctors, no 2 dentists, no 2 therapists, no 2 anything are created equal. You can go to a lawyer and hate the way that one of them does business and think that he's a shyster, wearing a fancy suit and selling you all this bullshit and how much success he has. And you can go to another lawyer that's wearing a baseball cap and jeans and he's just treating you like a human being, doesn't talk over you whatsoever. And, maybe you guys, get a settlement or whatever the case may be. And he just, gave you the check in full and there was no surprises, right? I can go on with the comparisons. Construction, electrician, come on, guys. So, full circle, don't believe the bullshit. Don't just read something on Google that influences you a certain way. Don't just watch one YouTube video that influences you a certain way. I hope that maybe the passion that I'm speaking with in this video comes across as like, wow, like this chiropractor is resonating with me. That's awesome that this is my testimonials. I don't even post testimonials anymore. I don't share 5-star reviews, none of that. You know why? Because people can look for it and find it if they need it. I'm not in the business of bragging. I actually learned very early in practice that I better be fucking humble because you can't fix everybody. And that's what I'm trying to do here. But I really want to get on to anyone that will listen and understand that I'm sorry if you had a bad experience or somebody put a bad taste in your mouth. But you can't hold that against, chiropractors or chiropractic and start making up stories to try to discredit the rest of us that are doing good work. And the rest of us that are doing good work, don't sell yourself short saying like, I fix back pain and neck pain. I stay in my lane, because that's insulting too when medical doctors say they love chiropractors who stay in their lane. Are you trying to tell me that I'm out of my lane because I tell somebody that I can help them when they have vertigo and explain to them how impacting the brain and the way it impacts the frontal cortex and then thus the opposite side of the body and the way that stimulates in these neurophysiological mechanisms within our body, and like that's the way that it actually works? See what happens. I start rambling again, but I hope the message is clear. If you want to leave a comment, share this video, like this video, subscribe to the channel, all that, as you know, is going to help. But I want you to know truly that I am here for the people. I am doing chiropractic until I cannot do chiropractic anymore. And I hope that you will partake in this journey with me, because it is so important to me to tell people the truth, talk to them with love, and communicate clearly and openly. Till next time.